They taught us, these old men came off the road. Bobby Kay, on the neck and in the ears, boys and girls. We needed a mom. He took good care of us. He made us each a grouch bag. We kept it under our costumes, put our paycheck or driver's license in there. I still have mine. They gave us Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony, with a scissors and a razor blade, could take a piece of foam rubber and carve anything. An elephant costume for a chihuahua. A chihuahua the size of a white whale. It didn't matter. Just take away everything you don't need, he would say. It's there, just find it. We had Prince Paul, a diminutive man whose resume included being a flower in living color when the house landed on the witch. We had Lou Jacobs. Lou Jacobs, an American clown whose face appeared on a 1963 American postage stamp. Lou Jacobs, who took two words and seared them into my brain. No spaghetti. No spaghetti. Go ahead, ask me what it means.
What does it mean?
Good, this time I know the answer. Clean movement. Tell your story, make every move count, played to the back of the arena. Lou Jacobs, who taught me that Germans can be funny. Who knew? For 2 years, I was lucky enough to travel and entertain children of all ages on the greatest show on earth. It was the bicentennial edition. Some of you may remember the entire universe was red, white, and blue. Fire hydrants, houses, elephants. I learned a lot. In clown school, I learned, for example, that Oscar Wilde was right. Give a man a mask, and he will tell the truth. The truth is, we were tall, very tall. We hit each other with hammers made of foam rubber because you can't kill a clown. He'd be dead, he'd be alive. It was amazing. On the road, we learned all sorts of things. But today, that seems to have disappeared. Today, I wonder what happened when clowns folded their feet, when they removed their face, when they began to mingle with you muggles. And then one day I realized. I was at a restaurant and the hostess came by and she had green hair. Aha. You can't kill a clown. You see? It's like a water balloon. You squeeze it here, it pops out there. Here's a person with green hair. What is she saying? I found my funny. I know who I am. I'm not embarrassed by these shoes, this hair, what I want to be, who I think I am. Good for you, I thought. Good for you. Sometimes the waiter will show up. He's got a pierced tongue, full sleeves. Doesn't that harken back to a bygone era? Aren't they just advertising? Perhaps the circus's job is done. Perhaps it's a new iteration. Let me ask you something. If you found yourself downtown in one of those old buildings with the rotating door, the revolving door, isn't there a voice inside you that says, oh, goody? Don't you have to go in the door? And if you listen carefully, your Eugene will speak. The gene that says you should do this. You go through the revolving door and then you stop abruptly. Why? Rhetorical. Because that person in front of you is talking on the phone, totally unaware of the world around him until you shock them into reality. You stop that circular, he turns like this, what is going on? He looks at you, I don't know, must be bad. Strangest thing. And then as your family and friends await for you on the sidewalk patiently, you take up victory lap. What's he doing? He's listening to his inner Eugene. Have you ever seen a 5-year-old enter a gymnasium? I'll be right back. They have to fill all 4 corners. They have to run from one side to the other. They have to scream, "La!" How's that sound? Pretty cool, huh? That's the Eugene that we suppress. Those are the shoes that we forget to use our thumbs when we buy them. They get a little tight in the toe. You can't kill a clown. It's there. You gotta be a good listener. Sometimes I wonder, there was a day when I could walk stilts. There was a time when I could drop my drawers, get a laugh and run off, kiss a bald man's head, spray water at his wife. I could ride a unicycle. The crowd applauded, music blared. 3 rings of cacophony. Where are the clowns? There ought to be clowns, ladies and gentlemen. I suggest that people aren't afraid of clowns, they're afraid of themselves. They haven't let that lid off. Wear the big shoes one day. The next time you're at a business meeting and the boss is droning, "All the profits are up. If you look at the chart up here, wah, 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 wah." Yes, ma'am. And you're staring at that computer screen. Just stand up. Try it now. Stand up. Or not. Yeah, it doesn't. There's lots of choices. Stick out your tongue. Shake your head. Ooh. Sit down. Now you know how I feel. If you did that at a meeting, I guarantee people would say, "What are you doing?" And you could answer with the obvious, "Does it matter?" Does it really matter? Because when you're scared of clowns, I suspect what you're really scared of is the craziness around you, and you need something to blame. That, my friends, is where fear belongs. I say stand up when you feel the need. I say when you walk out on a Sunday and the pastor is standing there shaking hands, say, "Pastor, pull my finger." Do it for yourself. Who cares if he gets it? Release the inner clown, folks, because the circus is a circle where you're encouraged to think outside the box. The big wide world is nothing more than a carousel ride of ups and downs, and we don't know how long that ride will last, how many revolutions we get. Too often we find out too late that the ride ends too soon. Tears of a clown. I'm young, I'll get over it. I think that the ride